The Christian Life program is the starting point in joining couples for Christ. It is composed of 8 talks, 8 integrated talks, and basically it is like a life in a spirit seminar, talking about God's love, who is basic elements of our Christian faith, and empowering our participants in the power of the Holy Spirit. We have the Holy Spirit in us, basically, through baptism, and then it was strengthened through confirmation. The purpose is this: sometimes for us, that Holy Spirit was dormant. So we try to stir it up, stir up the Holy Spirit so we could be able to do what God has entrusted to us. Think of it as like milk, milk, and then you put chocolate in it. If you don't do anything, you taste it, it's still milk. But if you stir that thing up, there it go, and then that's where it's gonna taste great, because now it's a chocolate milk. And that's the same thing with the Spirit. We want to really empower and make that Spirit alive in the members, so we could be able to do what God has entrusted us, and that is to spread His good news and to be able to renew individuals, couples, and families in the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, Tina and I, our main role is to help with the youth. We're going to do a youth rally for the parish here, and any youth that are willing to come around and try to have something that can stir up the spirit in the youth, allow them to feel community and a desire to follow the Lord.
With the youth, we really want to just have fun and allow them to really understand their power as youth, especially to be youth today. When I was younger, when I was a teenager, when Pat was, when the Jaturians were, when Uncle Bobby was younger, the world was different. The world today really needs the influence of young people when they're rallied together and they band together for a great cause and for the love of God. They're powerful. They can influence the world. So we really want to empower them in their identity as youth and give them the empowerment to be themselves, be who they really are, and bring that back to their families as well.
This ministry has done so much for me and my family, and not only my family, but families of Grenada. And I am so happy to be part of this awesome ministry. I have seen couples who had serious challenges growing from strength to strength. And sometimes when you think you are your lowest moment, there is a family there to hold you. There is a family there to support you. And I often say to people, it is the ministry that I know you could take your phone and call a member any time of the night, any time of the day, and guarantee you someone will be there to give you that support that is necessary. And that is the beauty. That is what God has called us to do, to be there for each other, to support each other, especially in a spiritual setting and a family setting.
Even though we're named Couples for Christ, it started in as couples. It started with 16 couples back in the Philippines back in 1981. Now it is in over 125 countries with over 500,000 membership all over the world. It's global. And now it's a family ministry. We have Kids for Christ. We have Youth for Christ. We have Singles for Christ. When you get married now, it's Couples for Christ. If it's just the woman, handmaids of the Lord. If it's the men, servants of the Lord. So we call it a womb to tomb ministry, or a basket to casket ministry. There is a place for you, no matter what age you are, in this family ministries. And that is what we're all about. We're not just about couples. We're about families, because families are under attack right now. And our goal is really to protect the family and to strengthen family life. For those of you who are listening, I invite you all. I mean, is Couples for Christ the only way? No. I will be arrogant to say that. But this has worked for us, our family, and thousands of other families. So I invite you to join our Christian. There will be Christian Life programs that will be scheduled in the future here in Grenada. We want to be that light of Christ to the families in this beautiful paradise. It is beautiful as is right now, but with strengthened families, empowered through the Holy Spirit, this truly will be one great, beautiful paradise.
We had someone sharing about having young children who are young adults and the challenges that it brings into the family life. But how can you recognize that as family, we can stick together? We can work through this. We can put it in prayer, but there are practical things that we can do to ensure that our family is functioning well. So find some time with each other, with your family, with your children, whatever it is, as I said, whatever combination. Find some time to play. Yeah. Playing is so very important and connecting. Technology affects our time with our families. And I remember doing a session with young people and we were talking about cell phones and being on social media. You know what they said to me? Miss, what do you? Miss Mommy and them like phone more than us sleep? And I always share that with parents because sometimes we come down on our young people for always being on the phone. But some of us adults are worse than the young people. And we have to be able to give our time, give ourselves limits. Because if we spend half an hour on social media, that half an hour can be used to engage with your family, talk with your partner, play a game with the children. So recognize what is hindering your time with the family.
We are the couples for Christ. We're with the Spirit united, the salt and leaven of His people, lamps that shine in the dark.